join me in the pledge of the United States flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And to the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you to everyone who's here with us tonight. We're glad you're here, and hopefully we're entertaining, but not too entertaining. So, our first item is we're going to reading of proclamations and special presentations, and that is that the week of May 21st through May the 27th, 2023 is Emergency Medical Services Week. So I'm going to read this proclamation, and then we're going to have a few folks come up. Whereas Emergency Medical Services, EMS, is essential public service, and whereas the members of MedStar, River Oaks Fire Department, and River Oaks Police Department provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury, and whereas the role of emergency medical services personnel has grown to fill a gap by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine, and whereas EMS and other first response personnel are facing unprecedented challenges with response volumes and personal risks, and whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and accomplishments of emergency medical services providers by designating Emergency Medical Services Week, now therefore be it proclaimed that we, Joe Ashton, Mayor of and the City Council of the City of River Oaks, do hereby proclaim the week of May 21st through 27th, 2023 is Emergency Medical Services Week with the theme EMS, where emergency care beings in the City of River Oaks, and encourage the community to observe this week with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. Proclaimed this 25th day of April 2023. And I'm going to ask the representative from MedStar as well as both of our chiefs to come forward. Chief?
Sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Absolutely. Chief?
I'm going to shake hands again. I want you to have two from me.
Are you running for office?
Maybe. Thinking about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you.
hear from you shortly.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all. Move on to item number 5, which is public testimony. Citizens are invited to speak on any topic or agenda item before and during the meeting by response to be recognized. However, unless the item is specifically listed on the agenda, the council is required under the Texas Open Meetings Act to limit our response with a statement of specific factual information reciting the city's existing policy on the issue and directing the person making the inquiry to visit with city staff about the issue. No council deliberation is permitted for topics not specifically listed on this agenda. Do we have anyone wishing to speak on public testimony? We have a couple. Come on up, sir. If you'll give us your name and your address for the record.
My name is Billy Stevenson. I reside at 1728 Inspiration Lane in River Oaks. I have a short paragraph I'd like to read. I put it on paper so I wouldn't forget anything. All right. I built and I reside in the home at 1728 Inspiration Lane. I'm here to inform the council about the property of 1732 Inspiration Lane, which is right next to my home. Last year, this residence was sold to new owners and promptly made into an Airbnb. Every week, I see new, unknown people entering and exiting this property. Last August, there was a party of about 10 young males, loudly partying late into the night with many vehicles parked in the street in front of my house. My neighbor, who lives on the adjacent side, reported flashlights shone into his window and vehicles driving over his lawn. The owner of this Airbnb has added accommodations for the guests, such as a trail to the river, lined with swing set, tree house, gazebo, and many amenities in the backyard. In other words, he's turning it into Disneyland. I inquired to the owner when he might move into the property. He was told maybe a year from now, or I was told maybe a year from now. My feeling is that the owners purchased this property with the intent of making it a full-time Airbnb. I never imagined when I built my home in River Oaks in 2016, I would be living next to a hotel. I do not think it should be allowed in this residential zone. I guess the only thing I could add is ask you, what would you want it next to your house? Thank you.
Thank you. And one thing I'll say to that, I agree, and I think we all agree it's a big problem. So item number 15, which we may actually move up when we get into some of the other items. Item number 15 addresses short-term rentals, and that it's us trying to do our best to address the problem. So without getting into that right now, if you hang around a few minutes, we'll be able to discuss it.
Can I ask him one question?
Sure. I'm good with
It's
that.
not a debate.
Yep.
Don't y'all have a homeowners association there?
We do, and
I've seen them try to stop stuff in the past.
matter of fact, I'm the vice president of the HOA, Inspiration Estates. And we've addressed this several times. A letter has even been sent to these owners of the Airbnb about this disturbance that happened last year. The problem with my dear HOA is they're so concerned that they're going to be sued if they do it. It is on our agenda to change our DRC rules to not include this kind of participation. But
Well, I would just think, you were talking about all the buildings and stuff. I have seen y'all have to deal with people wanting to build stuff and deny it.
See, and again, I don't want to get too deep into it right now, but with the way that the state handcuffs us on some of this stuff, y'all probably have a better enforcement, more enforcement authority than we do, honestly.
I understand.
But we'll get more into the weeds on this a little bit.
We're in the process of updating our regulations, and we hope after we do that we can make a rule for this.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
I think we have another one.
Mayor, Council, I'm Darren Howe, and I appreciate y'all listening to me tonight. I'll try to make it quick. I want to give you a little report of the weekend's activities. River Oaks Spring Fest Car Show was in my opinion, a huge success from all the response that I've got from it. Most everybody came out and participated, and I appreciate those of you that did. Got a few very nice phone calls and emails and such as that, and I appreciate that as well. I'm still getting caught up, so a lot of this I don't have what I would like to have for you guys, but we had over 200 cars. I don't know how many we had Friday night or in that cruise part, but we had a little over 200 cars out there, 110 vendors.